Couple weeks left. Obviously, those campaign commercials are commonplace, and while most of us are used to seeing state and national ads this time of year, they're really not as common at the local level until now. All right, Zach Mooney joins us here in the studio with the details on the Reno City Council race that's getting a little nasty, huh?
Yeah, that's right, Chris. And we're talking about Reno Council Ward 1, which covers parts of West and Northwest Reno. Now, Victor Salcido is looking to replace Jennie Breck. Now, today, Breck has held a press conference responding to attacks coming from the Salcido campaign, and as well as a super PAC supporting him. Now, we were the only local TV station there. We also spoke with Salcido afterwards for his response.
We feel we owe it to the voters to explain and to show certain parts of the incumbent's record.
And don't let Breckus break us.
And so we thought we would be doing a disservice if we just didn't bring any of this up.
We felt the campaign itself needed to touch on some of these attacks that are being leveled.
Councilmember Jennie Breck has called a press conference Tuesday to defend her record. The two biggest attacks leveled by her opponent, Victor Salcido, is her vote to lay off firefighters and dysfunction in the city council.
Progress with constant micromanagement.
Now, at most, these ads are misleading. Yes, Breck has voted for firefighter layoffs in 2014, which is the same year she received a pay increase. The pay increase is automatic, and she has since fought to reform that system. Meanwhile, the union representing the firefighters says that vote was based on incorrect information, and as a group is now endorsing Breckus.
We are very much supportive of and endorsing Councilwoman Breckus for re-election. She has been good for the city. She has been good for the Reno Fire Department.
I think that was more politics than a lot I think if you ask the rank and file, you'll see that there was a lot of dissension with that.
As for council dysfunction, that came from an outside report that said the city council had a problem with micromanagement.
That interview.
Breckus believes that stemmed from issues between council members and former city manager Andrew Klinger.
You know, what may be perceived as micromanagement by some outsider people who landed in here for a week could really have been council frustration at different individuals' levels on the lack of implementation follow-through by Mr. Klinger.
I mean, I subscribe to what President Truman used to say, which is the buck stops here. So if you're elected and you're the head of the Reno city government, I don't like this idea of passing blame off to someone else for dysfunction.
And now we do know that not all of you are going to be voting on this race, but if you would like to learn more from both of these campaigns, we're going to have that available for you at KTVN.com. Covering the story live, Zach Mooney, Channel 2 News.